when it comes to literacy development and talking about how kids learn, what we need to focus on. I mean, even though I started out my career as a primary grade teacher, so I've taught first grade and I've taught third grade and I've done a lot of work with preschool and so on. I think it's critically important even from the very beginning to be looking at where are these kids going, not, gee, what's this 5-year-old or 6-year-old going to look like at the end of the year? That's certainly important. But are they on track to what they're going to be able to do when they leave school? One of the things I've found over the years is both in research and just practical information, there are the economic issues about what it takes these days to participate in this economy. The whole correlation of literacy achievement and how much money people make, how likely they are to be unemployed, all that kind of stuff has really strengthened in my lifetime. But it's also a civics issue. We know in terms of participation in voting and keeping informed on public affairs and speaking out on issues is very highly correlated with literacy achievement. We know social participation, not just in things that require literacy, but even in things like we find that adults are more likely to take part in church activities or athletic events if they're highly literate than if they're low in literacy. So even doing something like listening to the news on the radio or watching it on television is correlated with literacy levels. So you say, well, I expect students not to be able to read the newspaper very well if they can't read, but why wouldn't they keep up with the news? And it's because literacy or illiteracy, the lack of literacy in this society, isolates you and shuts you off. And so I think it's absolutely critically important that we think of kids from birth till we're not individually responsible for them anymore in terms of their literacy development. And so I think it's critically important that we create a path really, like I say, from the first time you're responsible for them. So if you're a parent, from birth, and even before that, and if you're a teacher, when do the kids enter your school? From that point on, I think we need to think of them, from 6 to 18, or 5 to 18, or 3 to 18. I think we have to, and even beyond that. So I think we need to develop a path that allows kids to really learn how to use literacy to participate socially and economically and personally and civically in all these different ways. And so that's what I've committed my career to.